Guys and girls, my name's Dan. Welcome back to the Forge. In today's episode of Trust Me, I'm a Blacksmith, we are going to be building a gas forge in preparation for building that 80 kilo anvil. As some of you may have already noticed, especially long-term viewers of the channel, we are at the other end of the workshop, sometimes referred to as the dark side of the forge. We've had a good tidy up and we've cleared some stuff out. We need this table free for a couple of jobs that I've got coming up and also to build the anvil. And one of the jobs that we need it free for is build this gas forge. So these are ceramic bricks that have come from a salt kiln. It's from the same place that I got the white bricks, but I'm not going to be relying on these as the insulating material for the bottom of the forge, as I have a castable refractory and some kale wall or some sort of ceramic fibre wall coming as well with a rigidizer. All the items that I have here for the forge are all items that I've had kicking around the workshop. This channel's from an old job, this angle iron's from the staircase job. These are some blocks I was given a very long time ago. They are what they use for the outside of the ceramic for the salt kilns, and then they put the softer white bricks on the inside. Now, I've got a castable refractory coming, like I said, and I want to get this ready and all set up. I'm just going to run a tape measure over this to let you guys and girls at home know how big this forge is going to be. So the overall width of the forge is going to be about 18 inches or 450 millimeters. And the total length is going to be 22.5 inches or 572 millimeters. These bricks sit about 2.5 inches high, so about 80 mil, and that's going to give me a layer of about 25 mil to pour in the top for the castable refractory, which I'm hoping is going to be plenty. Okay, so pretty much all together, the floor in this workshop is atrocious, and my haste has also caused some problems, but it's not a problem, never is. So I'm going to weld some little handles on here, and I've got wheels at the one end and then just feet on the other end, so basically I can then just pick this up anywhere in the workshop and just wheel it around, so hopefully it's not going to get in the way. It's going to be quite a beast. So I'm just going to weld these on here just now, and then the castable refractory is here now, and that's what we're going to pour on top. Get that done today, and that's going to be the first part complete. Would you like anything from the trolley? Okay, so I have ordered some insulation materials from Vitkas, however you say it. They're pretty good. They're like operator service in the UK, call them up and get some really good information. They ship pretty much all over the world, I think. What have we got here? We've got the zircon, which is a stabilizer for the ceramic fibre wool. I've got 50mm thick, 3,000 millimeters of 600mm wide, so that works out like 2-inch thick stuff, and it's probably what, 4 or 5 yards of that, so quite a bit there. And then what we've got is this 1600 castable refractory. I'm going to be mixing these up now, and as we go through the process I'll be talking more in detail about what each one does and why I've bought it. So this is the Vicas refractory. It's good for 1600 degrees Celsius. I'll put Fahrenheit up somewhere. This is a powder form, 25 kilos. We're going to mix this up. Okay, for this we're working in kilos. I'm very sorry, well, kilos and grams and ounces and stuff. I'm very sorry that about that it's not in American. I will try and do my best to put it up on this screen for freedom units, but unfortunately I won't be able to do that perfectly. So if I'm making any mistakes, please let me know in the comments. You're going to need to get yourself a set of scales. I'm just going to bought these because the ones that I've got here are buggered. And I've got some jugs. One jug that we've got water in. We're also doing the water per weight because it's just a little bit easier for measurements. So for every 25 kilos, you need 3.5 litres of water. So we've worked that out at 140 millilitres per kilo. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure out a kilo of the powder, the refractory, and then after we've measured out a kilo of this, we're going to add 140 millilitres of water, or 140 grams of water. They work out roughly, a gram is a mil. So I'm going to pop the decanty thingy on here. I'm going to count 0. Oh, we did it. There we are. That'll do. And then I'm decanting the contents into this relatively clean bucket. It does say you should use clean water, clean drinking water, and also you should use a clean bucket to mix it in. I've just given this one a bit of a wash. Now, I'm not sure how much of this I'm going to need. I'm going to need more than this, that's for sure. Okay, yeah, a lot more. Right, I'm going to keep mixing this up, and then once I get it ready to pour it, I'll show you what it looks like. So I've got 7 kilos in. Will's going to add, knock up another 7, and actually, don't do that, knock up 5. Okay. So Will's going to make another 5. Doing it this way, we can control it. It doesn't dry very quickly, and I'm quite confident that we can get material in here quicker than this stuff's going to go off. So. Okay, a couple of days later, it's all together now. Sorry, there's a bit of noise outside, they're moving some stuff around. But it's basically been a day and a half. So this has got at least another day just to sit on its own, doing its own thing, and then we'll start slowly getting it warm when we build, when we have the gas forge on top. So that's the part I'm going to get on with now. For the gas forge, I've got this kale wall that we're going to be using, and then a rigidizer or stabilizer. I'll talk about these in a minute, but I'm going to start building the frame that's going to make up the gas forge. So I'm going to make the majority of the forge out of this 5mm thick mild steel plate. I don't normally have plate in the workshop, it's not something that I normally have lying about. I haven't bought this specially, this is left over from another job. You can make this out of 3mm, 2mm, as long as this plate isn't galvanised pretty much. I'm sure a rigid box made of any size material will do the job. And hopefully with the type of lining that we're going to use, the only thing that's going to have any issues is the front of the forge, which could be rectified with some sort of angle iron later on if I need to. Okay, really happy, this is looking really good. We've got the sliding door on the front here, and this needs lining, and I am aware it's very, very large. Now, I'm following some advice from Roger Lund. I'm not sure if I said that yet already, but he has a very large forge made in a very similar way, but it's got a diesel burner on the side as opposed to running propane. If I am having problems with this, I think I might just wait until I get the diesel set up in order to get it going, because there is a lot of volume inside here. But we'll have the 3 burners along here. I've got to put some lifting eyes on here yet, because we need to be able to lift it up and down so we can put with the crane, so we can put stuff inside it. But I'm really hoping that this is going to be an extraordinary, spectacular monster gas forge that is going to work super duper well. Right, the next job to do, like I said, drill those holes, line it, and then I need to put a little tray on here that's going to come out as well. We're probably going to put a tool rack on it somewhere. It's going to be a pretty handy little bit of kit, I hope. Okay, so we've constructed the steel frame that goes on the front, and I've just got Elliot to go and start making me some components up so that we can have a hinge, or well, a lever to operate this part. I'm going to have a bit of a counterweight system on here, and I was even thinking about putting something on a foot pedal that you can press with your foot to get this door to open. Elliot's doing that, so you can see some footage of that. These holes are cut. There's not a lot left to do now, really. We get in there, so I'm going to carry on helping Elliot make this part, and then I'll see you in a bit. Okay, this is where we're at. We've got the bar all made up, the upright done, and the door open. Now, we've got this rather large piece of bar on here. This is counterweight to help lift this up. Makes it a bit easier. I'm also going to fit some sort of chain or something like this so we can hold the door at certain heights should we want to. Now, the next job to do is the ceramic fibre. I'm not keen on this ceramic fibre. I'm going to talk about that in a second, but first, take this off of here and get it on the table. Okay. Right, I said I'm going to talk about this, and I am. So this is a ceramic fibre. It's good for about 1400 degrees Celsius or 1400 degrees C. Why am I using it? Well, I spoke about this before in other videos, and I'm going to speak about this again. I've always had trouble with bricks. That's very evident from the last forge that we built. And I've also had quite a bit of trouble with castable refractories. Now, it's probably because I'm doing something wrong. So after talking to a couple of people, doing a bit of research, I'm actually looking into using this ceramic fibre wool, which hopefully is going to give some really good insulation. But I'm not just using this. Along with the glass fibre, I'm also going to be using this zircon product, which is a rigidizer or a stabiliser, and basically this coats the outside of the ceramic fibre and prevents it from causing any problems. Ceramic fibres are very dangerous. I've heard really nasty stories of people using forges that they've bought online and getting all sorts of problems with their lungs because of them. Now, the purpose of this product is in order to first of all, increase the temperature it can take. So this will lift it up to about 1700 degrees. I'm hoping 1750 degrees Celsius. And also, I think this is in Fahrenheit, so that's 3180 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, it's a paint liquid. I'll just open the product up now and show you. There you are, not sure if you can see that, but it's a liquid. And you apply it with paintbrushes, or you can water it down slightly further and apply it by spraying it onto the surface. What I'm going to do now, using a respirator, gloves, I'm going to cover my eyes, I'm also going to put a jacket on. I'm going to start cutting and fitting the ceramic fibre into the forge, and then once I've got it into the forge, I'm going to paint a layer of this stuff on here. Okay, so there's the door all walled up. I've just had a conversation with Roger Lund, and he seems to think that these are going to be a touch on the tight side when it gets hot, so we might need to change those. But I'm going to still try it with it, and if they stick, then, you know, they stick and I need to fix it. But that's all lined now, which is looking really good. I've got to drill the holes out. I'm not quite sure how long this stuff takes to cure, but yeah, we get in there with that. And also I put a layer of the same stuff onto the base. Okay, so Ella's with me now. We've got a layer of this stuff on already, and it's cured off quite nicely. It's about 24 hours later. So that's it inside. Now it feels a bit damp still, but I think the full curing process is done with heat, but it wants to be about 1 millimetre thick. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put another coat on the inside of this one, and then we're going to call it quits. Okay, so I've propped the door open so we can see what's going on when we start doing our first initial heat up. I've also cut the holes in the back here for the burners. So I've got one burner in, I've got 2 more burners to put in here. I've got the Venturis and everything, and I'm working through some of the designs from the video from before. So if you are interested in the bulkhead fittings and you haven't been able to find one, like a lot of people haven't been able to, I have a solution. Might have found a different kind of bulkhead fitting that we can use, and also I'm going to be able to make some, I think. But for the time being, we're just going to run this on this one burner. There should be a link, hopefully up here, to a video of me making this particular type of burner. I'm going to try and get this lit now, and see you guys in a minute. So this is just a test run to see if we can actually get the forge up to temperature. My second glamorous assistant, would you like to open the forge? So we can get up to temperature, and I've got some material in here now. So this is 50mm round. It's been in here for about 20 minutes on one burner. Drop that. So it definitely works, so I'm quite pleased with the results up to this point. I am having to shout over. I wanted to show you how it sounds as well. One of the issues that I've got is that the ends of the burners are getting quite hot, which isn't good because it causes some ignition problems, and then I don't think the burners quite work as well as they should be. But I will be changing and modifying the burners in another video soon enough. So what me and Elliot are going to do is we've got some stock, relatively large, we've got this warm, some large stock that we're going to chuck in here now, and we're going to see how quickly it's going to get hot. So we're at just under 14.5 minutes. Wait. That'll do. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. I've really enjoyed making this gas forge. It's taken a bit longer than I thought it was going to, about 2 more days than I thought it was going to actually take, but that was fitting in drying times and making sure everything was done pucker. It works really well. We've got a load of stuff hot today, had a bit of a play around. This is the forge that I've built so that we can put the 80 kilo subscriber challenge in, the 8,000 sub challenge. This is going to make an anvil. So basically that's why we've made it so big. But today we had a couple of pieces of steel in there and we were able to keep things hot, turn the gas off, do some forging. So it's been a really good project, to be fair, and hopefully it's going to last us a long time and look after us really nicely. One of the things that we do really need to sort out is these burners. What I would like to do is do some modifications on those, but there will be another video talking more about those. And if you're looking for bulkhead fittings, which I know some of you have messaged me about, I haven't got back to anyone about them really because I can't find them myself. There was a little bit of an issue with the price. I can get them, but they're more expensive than what I said in the video because of a muck-up, but I will talk more about that in the next burner build video. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you are a subscriber, please ring that bell for notifications because it tells you every time I make a video. I make videos as often as I can at the minute. So far we're kind of getting out one a fortnight, one a week, something like that. Anyway, but I think the quality is getting better and hopefully you're enjoying the videos more. I'm really playing around with like the composition of how the videos are put together and what the content of those videos. Please, if you have any questions or comments about the burner, please leave them in the down in the comments below because I really like getting feedback. I really like to hear the questions. I really like information being shared in that environment. It's a great place to do that. So if you do have any information that you want to share, if you want to ask me any questions, please down in the comments is a great place. Also, head into the description where you'll find links to my website, Instagram, and the Etsy page. The Etsy is where you can get hold of t-shirts. Trust me on Blacksmith t-shirts and baseball caps. It really does support the channel if you get yourself some of those. And also there's all sorts of tools and hammers and things and bobs up there. Again, I'll also leave in the description the listings for the stuff that I bought. I wasn't sponsored by Victus for this video, but I think the stuff was very good quality. I spent a lot of money on these products and so far so good. They seem to have held up really nicely, and everything else basically in here was just a bit of a mess around. Like I said, burner video coming very soon. Thank you for joining me. I will leave a link up here to the original burner video. I'll leave a link down here to another video of me doing something in the workshop. This is the subscribe button and this down here will probably be another video. Thanks for joining me. See you later. Bye bye.